James Grace, and this is my arrangement of Abdullah Ibrahim's The Wedding. Well, my concert is on the 12th, Thursday the 12th, and the masterclasses I'm hosting will be on Saturday the 14th of June. To be honest, I don't know exactly who I'm going to be seeing on Saturday because I'm only finding out when I get there. But masterclasses generally are very theatrical in nature. There is the master, i.e. me, the student, the person who's playing, and the audience. So there's kind of this three-way communication going on. So there's a little bit of a lesson, but at the same time it's also there's sort of a voyeuristic element into this lesson because there are people watching. So it's going to be, I always enjoy masterclasses because there's a challenge in a masterclass because one only has a certain amount of time to put across a number of ideas and thoughts and to sort of find out what the student, what the participant is trying to say in that masterclass, and you only have 15-20 minutes in which to do that. So one has to be very concise, one has to be very watch one's time. So I don't know exactly how many students are participating or what the level is going to be, but as I said before, it's always fun and I'm very much looking forward to that. Well, it's predominantly a solo show, a solo concert, including music from my 5 solo albums, and there's quite a bit of variety in there. There's music from Spain, music from South America, the whole of Latin America, classical music, and music from around the world. So it's really a varied concert. And I'm very fortunate to be joined by one of my final year performance students at the College of Music at UCT, where I lecture in guitar. And that is Chloe Murphy, who's also from Durbanville. We are going to be performing a suite the Suite Retratos by a composer by the name of Natalie, a Brazilian composer. And this is a set of 4 choros, which are very sort of, traditional Brazilian dance forms. And it's a very exciting suite, and I do believe it's going to be the first time, certainly it's being performed in Hermanas. I'm not sure about the rest of the country, but it will definitely be the Hermanas premiere of the Suite Retratos by Natalie. Musically, I always like to have a varied mix as possible. I think it keeps the music making process fresh and alive if you can have other people that you work with. And I'm very fortunate that I have several colleagues that I regularly make music with. And most recently I was at the Kaka and Ka, and I was involved there with the production of the Misa Criolla and Navidad Nuestra, 2 sort of choral works with musical accompaniment. These involved Amanda Stradom as the main vocalist, singer, and there were several other colleagues with me there. I also have several shows which I perform with local soprano Zam Stapelberg. We often performed, in fact we performed this weekend in Wellington. I think we've got a few other shows coming up in the course of the next few months, but I'm sure they'll be advertised extensively. I also have a duo with the flautist, Bridget Granny Sanalan, one of my colleagues at the college. We have a flute and guitar duo called Zomari, which by the way is Swahili for flute. I also have a guitar duo with my colleague in Johannesburg, Jonathan Crossley, who's a lecturer at Wits University. We often have perform shows together when we're in the same town. But we both lecture at university, so we're often involved in master classes. He's the external examiner at UCT and I'm the external examiner at Wits. So it's a nice collaboration to have. And there are always other projects that come up where I'm involved in groups or ensembles. In fact, last week I was in Durban. I was playing with the KZNPO, the orchestra there. I was the soloist for the Villa Lobos guitar concerto. So that was great to actually be the soloist with an orchestra backing me. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's very nice. So in amongst all that, my solo performances, and I enjoy playing with my students as well. As you know, this concert at Hermanas, one of my students, Chloe Murphy, will be playing with me. I've also we also run a guitar ensemble at the college. Sometimes I play along with them. So that's also great fun. So I enjoy just making music with many people, and often it's actually very enjoyable because the guitar is as a soloist, it's actually sometimes quite a lonely existence. It's just you and the guitar on stage. So actually, it can be nice. It is very nice to vary that with performances with colleagues, and not just guitars, but other timbres, other sounds like the voice and the flute, etc. So yeah, as the more the merrier.